In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA bets for Sunday, March 24th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our March 24th NBA bet slate on Sunday. But before I deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetShetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the home of the YouTube page, currently at 2.47 thousand subscribers, so I'm appreciative of everyone's love and support. We're getting new viewers and new subscribers each and every day. Continue to do so. If you're already subscribed, the key for the YouTube algorithm is to like and comment. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and join the community that we're building on YouTube and on Patreon as well. All right, so if you want NBA bets, March Madness bets, March Madness futures, get yourself ready for the NFL draft. All that's provided down below in that comment section where you'll see that Patreon link. First game of the slate, we have the New Orleans Pelicans, who are currently 43-27, going against the Detroit Pistons, who are 12-58. Looking at the current odds right now from ESPN Bet, the Pelicans on money line is -800, with the comeback of the Detroit Pistons at a +500. Total right now is at 218.5, and the spread is 11.5 on both sides here. Looking at the injury report here for the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram had a major injury in the previous game. As of right now, they're saying it's a knee contusion, so he's going to be out for a while. Do not expect him to play in this Pistons game. But on the other side, for the Pistons, they're missing a lot of guys, all right? Taj Gibson, who they're supposed to sign for a 10-day contract, he's out. Quentin Grimes is out. Simone Fontenecchio is out. And Jalen Duren is currently questionable. All right, that might be that's big news. If Duren is not able to play, they're going to be a little bit low on that center position. It's going to be mainly James Wiseman if no Duren is in, because they are already without Isaiah Stewart. All right, looking at these two teams here, Pelicans have won 4 of their last 5 games. Pistons have been on like a 5-game losing streak for the Pistons. Here, these two teams have faced already earlier in the season. That was a Pelicans win by 9 points. That total was 241. This is a different scenario here with these two hampered teams, okay? So, looking at the line, where can we find value? Because we do not want that -800, all right? Looking at the spread right now, that 11.5, I do think Pelicans should be able to cover that spread. So I like the 11.5 for the Pelicans. Other ways you can attack this is always first half and full game money line. All right, that's going to bring it down. It should be in that -300 to 200 range, where it's going to be at least acceptable as a main piece or as a parlay piece. So like the Pelicans to cover the 11.5. I don't want you guys to get beat on that 11.5. Give me the 9.5. If they're going to win by double digits, I don't want you to lose by half a point. It happens sometimes. So I'm going to be recommending Pelicans -9.5. I'm going to be recommending first half and full game money line. And I'm going to go with the under in this environment here, under 218.5. With this hampered team here in the Pistons, I believe that they're going to struggle to score and put up points. Pelicans should be fine, especially if they're going to be missing Jalen Duren down low. It's going to be a field day for Jonas Valanciunas and Zion Williamson cleaning up the boards. So I expect this to be a blowout and Pelicans not to put up that many points. Next game up, we have the Philadelphia 76ers, who are currently 38-32, going against the LA Clippers, who are 44-25. Looking at the current odds right now over here to the left, Clippers on the money line is a minus 450 with the comeback of the 76ers at a plus 340. The current total right now is at 215.5, and the spread on both sides is a 9.5 as well. All right, looking at the injury report for the 76ers, they're going to be without Kyle Lowry. He's going to be out, and they're going to be without Kai Jones. Kai Jones was recently signed. He's been with the G League team. He has not been with the NBA affiliate yet and hasn't played with them yet, but he's coming very, very soon. For the Clippers, they have a couple injuries here. We're waiting on news for Norman Powell. He's currently questionable, and we're waiting for news on PJ Tucker. He's currently questionable as of right now. Looking at these two teams, 76ers kind of struggling. They are 2 out of the last 5 wins. And for the Clippers, they are 3 out of their last 5 with wins. These two teams, this is their first meeting of this season. They're going to face another time very soon in a couple days. So there's a little testing between these two opponents here, between the 76ers and the Clippers. So we're going to find some value here. Clippers on the money line at minus 450. You can go towards that as a parlay piece. I do think the Clippers win this game. But some other spots here, I like the 9.5 on the 76ers if you want more value. So I like the plus 9.5 for the 76ers. If we're looking at against the spread numbers, the Clippers are 16-17 against the spread at home. So that is under 500. And if we're choosing a total, even though this total is being bought up, it opened at 211. It's moved to 215. There's stark numbers that telling you that you should bet the under. So I would take the under 215.5 because if we're looking at over under numbers, the Clippers are 11-19 as home favorites. That's a 63% towards the under. And if we're looking for the 76ers away, as an away underdog, the 76ers are 7-11. That is 61% towards the under. So I'm going to be leaning with the under here at 215, going with the money line of the Clippers. And if you want value, take the plus 9.5 for the 76ers. Next up, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are 43-27, going against the Miami Heat, who are 38-32. Looking at the current odds here, you can get the Miami Heat at home on the money line at a minus 155, with the comeback of the Cavaliers at a plus 135. The current total right now is at a 203.5. And the spread is at a 3.5. The spread opened at 5.5, has been bought down to 3.5. People are coming in on Cleveland as of right now. For the injury report, the Cleveland Cavaliers, we're waiting on news for Evan Mobley, Strus, and Wade. All these guys are working their way back from an injury, so they're going to be out. All right. Donovan Mitchell is going to be, he was reevaluated he had his procedure on Tuesday, and we reevaluated a week after that. So this is Monday, technically, and he's going to be out for this game. So wait on Donovan Mitchell. He's not back with the Cavaliers yet. All right. It's going to be at least whatever game that they have after Tuesday. For the Miami Heat, they're missing a lot of guys. Duncan Robinson is out. Kevin Love is out. We're waiting on news on Caleb Martin and Jaime Jaquez, their outstanding rookie. Both of those two guys are highly questionable in this game going up against the Cavaliers, okay? These two teams around the middle area here. Cavs just won 2 out of the last 5 games. The Heat only won 3 out of the last 5 games. Nothing really impressive, especially with the Heat when they just beat the Pistons in back-to-back games. All right, these two teams they just faced each other a couple of days ago. So this is a little bit of a revenge spot. They have already faced each other 3 times, and each and every time the home team has not won. All right, so that's very intriguing right there. The Heat won the first game. That was a total of 225. The Cavs won the second game. That was a total of 210. And then the Heat won the third game. That was a total of 211. And now, right now, we have a total of 203.5. All right. So If we're looking at who we're going to choose, I'm going to be taking the points. I'm rocking with a little bit of the public here. I like the plus 3.5 on the Cleveland Cavaliers with these two defensive-minded teams, especially with both of these teams are hampered. So it's going to be a very ugly matchup that we have here. They already play scrappy, and that's why this total is so low at 203. If we're looking at some of the over-under numbers, Miami Heat as home favorites, they are 11 and 19. They're 11 and 14 at home. That's a 56% towards the under. And for the Cavs, as an away underdog, they are 6 and 10 with the over-under. That is 62% towards the under. All right, so that's why I'm going to be choosing the under 203 in this game environment, taking the value with the Cavs at plus 3.5. If you want to go with the money line of the Cavs, that's up to you, but I'm sticking to spread and the under 203. Next game we have up is the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are 49 and 20, going up against these Milwaukee Bucks, who are 45 and 25 here. Looking at the current odds, you can get the Milwaukee Bucks at home at a minus 130 on the money line, with the comeback on the OKC Thunder at a plus 110. The current total right now is 231.5. It opened up at 226. It has moved up significantly, and the spread right now is at a 2.5 on both sides. All right. For the injury report, Thunder are clear. For the Bucks, we had a game time decision on Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Both of these guys are going to be probable in the game on Sunday. All right, so they're fine. Thunder, red hot 4-game winning streak. Milwaukee Bucks have been playing solid, winning 3 out of their last 5 games. And this is their first meeting this season. They will play one more time in April. So some key components here. If we're looking at against the spread numbers, the Thunder are 17 and 15 away as against the spread. So they are above 500 when they are away. That's a good number. And as underdogs, they are 10 and 5 against the spread as underdogs. So when this team is doubted, they show up and show out and actually win games. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they are 16 and 19 at home against the spread. That's under 500. And as favorites for this whole entire season, they are 26 and 32. So 6 games under 500 as favorites. That is alarming when you're going up against a type of opponent of the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right. So I'm going to be leaning towards the plus 2.5 for the Thunder, because this team plays well as an underdog. If you want to sprinkle that money line, you can. That's a solid number there. If we're going with the over-under, okay. So we're going with the over-under. We're going with the over 231.5. At home, the Bucks are, as away favorites, they are 18 and 13, 58% towards the over. So they're going to be probably dictating pace. Thunder, these two teams score at a very high rate. I expect a lot of points in this game environment. That's why I'm going to be going with the over, and the numbers told me so as well, with Milwaukee being the home team. All right, so we're going with the spread plus 2.5. We're going with the total over 231. And if you want to sprinkle the money line, I would lean towards the Thunder. Next game, we have the Golden State Warriors, who are 36 and 33, going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 48 and 22. Looking at the current line here, over here to the left, you can get the Minnesota Timberwolves on the money line at a minus 155, with the comeback of the Golden State Warriors at a plus 135. The current total is at a 217.5. It opened up at 218. It has been brought down by 1 point. The current spread is a 3.5. It opened up at a minus 4.5, so that was brought down a point as well. So they believe that this is going to be a tightly contested matchup between these two teams, with the Warriors and the Timberwolves. For the injury report, no injuries for the Warriors. For the Timberwolves, we're waiting on news for Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert. They are currently questionable. Obviously, if those two guys miss, it would be very significant to this line movement, and it would move way more than just 1 point. All right. These two teams have already played twice already. This is their third and final matchup. The first time was a Timberwolves win. That was a total of 226. And in the second game, it was another Timberwolves win, and that was a total of 205. In this current total right now is right in the middle, 217. So it makes you think where you want to go in this particular matchup if you're choosing the over and under. All right. So some of the numbers that I'm seeing right now for the over under, I'm going to be leaning towards the under 217.5 as home favorites. All right. For the over under, the Minnesota Timberwolves are 11-17 towards the under. So 17 times out of 28 games is going under. So that's a 60% rate there. So we're going to lean towards the under. If I'm choosing the spread or the money line, give me the Golden State Warriors. They already lost to this team twice already. I like the points here at a +3.5. The Golden State Warriors are a very strong underdog team. All right, away against the spread, the Golden State Warriors are 22-10, phenomenal record there. And as underdogs, they are 16-8 as underdogs against the spread. So those are very confident numbers I'm going to be leaning towards with the Warriors at a +3.5, the under 217. And if you want to sprinkle the money line, I'm going with the Golden State Warriors. Last but not least, this is what we all have been waiting for. This is the rematch of the in-season tournament. Indianapolis Pacers, 40-31, going up against the Los Angeles Lakers, 38-32. Looking at the current spread right now, the Lakers, you can take them on a money line at a -135, with the comeback of the Indianapolis Pacers at a +115. The current total is very high at 240.5, and the spread is at a 2.5 on both sides. It opened up at a 3.5 and has been brought down to 2.5 for both sides here. All right, for the Pacers, no injury news for them. For the Lakers, all these guys are probable. LeBron James is going to play, Anthony Davis is going to play, and Taurean Prince is going to play. All right, these two teams have already faced, like I said, in-season tournament. That was a blowout win by the Lakers, and that total was a 232 in that particular game. Both of these teams are playing solidly, winning 3 out of the last 5 meetings, okay? So where are we going to find our angle here for this particular game? We already got motivation. All right, Pacers already lost to this team in that in-season tournament, and we're going to also look at against the spread numbers. The Pacers are 19-15 away against the spread, so that's over 500. And as underdogs, they are 20-13 as underdogs against the spread. That's making me lean towards the Pacers. What else makes me feel confident about the Pacers is that the Los Angeles Lakers, as favorites this entire season, they are 16-23, well below 500 in that category. So give me the +2.5 for the spread on the Pacers. I would take the money line for the Pacers as well. And if we're choosing an over/under in 240, the type of environment that this is going to be, I think it's going to be a very high scoring environment. The Pacers invite that type of up and down pace, and especially the Lakers do as well. We've seen games against the Kings and the Warriors where they just run up the scoreboard. That's what's going to happen in this one. Give me the over 240.5. Do not be afraid of that number. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in that comment section down below if you have any other plays, any other suggestions. Let's have a feeler down there. Throw a couple ideas down there. We can brainstorm and come up with some other bets as well. All right. I'll be back with another video very soon. All right. Peace out.